Hi everyone, this is Joanna. Welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Now, today's pendant gives me that Aztec art feel. And I'm not sure quite why, because I'm not using any stamps that resemble Aztec art. But when it came together, I was like, oh my gosh, that totally looks like it. Now, I didn't want to name it that because I'm not sure if it really fully represents it. But what do you guys think? I think it came out pretty nice. Let me show you what I did and did not do to make this pendant. Let's get started. So I'm starting off by mixing couple of different clays. I'm using orange from Sculpey and also crimson. Now I want to come up with this nice terracotta color, so you can totally adjust how much you're using of each. I just added a little bit of crimson, and look at that, look what we have. I really love the way this color came out. We also going to use translucent amber, and you can see on the right hand side I kept that pendant there just to remind me how that amber really looks when it's baked. Now what I'm going to do right now, I rolled out the terracotta color, the amber, piece of translucent, and a piece of a soft suede, and I'm adding some glitter to it. It's gold glitter, and I'm honestly not quite sure if it's going to do anything to the pendant, or if it did anything to the pendant, because I'm really not seeing it in the pendant that much. Now after I added the glitter, I threw those pieces into a freezer, and then I chop them, and when you put them in the freezer you get this really nice fine chop without all the pieces being stuck together. It really is a great tip. All those little pieces are going to go on top of a rolled out soft suede piece, and you want to really pack them in there, because in just 1 second I'm going to go in with another soft suede piece and I'm going to put it right on top. So you're going to have kind of a thick layer, so it's like a mound of choppy choppies as you can see. Now I'm just squishing everything together really well. I want to make sure that there are no air pockets anywhere, and everything is really holding together as one piece. Now, have you guys used those gliding what are the flakes? They are amazing, and this particular color is so beautiful. They have like red pieces in it and orange and gold, and I thought that would be absolutely perfect for the colors that I'm going with. So I'm just adding it to the top of my soft suede, so it's going to be covering the entire area. And yeah, you just don't let anything go by. You just put whatever leftovers you have, just add to the bottom of the clay. Okay, so now I decided that I'm going to cut it and I'm going to layer it, because I didn't know where I was going with it. And how many of you guys are cringing right now and you're like, okay, those silver leaf against silver leaf, or those gilding flakes, they are not going to stick together. Well, I was insisting that they would, and I really worked hard on putting those two pieces together. But you know what? Oops. Yeah, I really should have given up. So if you have silver leaf against silver leaf, it's just not gonna stick together just by itself. Anyways, so I rolled out another piece of soft suede, and I'm going to start slicing my little sandwich, which you totally don't have to sandwich it at all at this point. Those pieces are not sticking together at all. I'm just, keeping them on top for cutting purposes so it goes faster. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to slice it, and I'm going to attach it to my suede clay. You want to make sure that you smooth it out with a piece of paper, or you can even roll it out, whatever you want, so that you get rid of any unnecessary hard edges on top. Now I decided I'm going to add more of those gilding flakes, or gliding flakes as I used to call them, I don't know how long ago. And now I'm just going to use my favorite stamp, the Simonson stamp, Ornate background stamp, to stamp on top of those gilding flakes. Now I wasn't getting such a great impression, but I guess it was good enough. You can totally see the design, but it's not as deep as I would have wanted it to be. So now I'm just going and I'm going to shave off some of the parts that are sticking out from stamping. So it's turning into a mess, and you know, it makes me wonder if that mess at all helped me create those pendants, or if I'm just doing it for no reason whatsoever. Do you know what I'm talking about? Well, anyway, so I'm just shaving off the parts that are sticking out, and you can kind of see the design coming through from my stamp, but not really. But there are some parts that are showing more design than others. So I just continued doing it until I was perfectly happy with it. I want a little bit of the color from the bottom sticking out, but I really love those gilding stamps as well, gilding flakes. And now it's time to start cutting, and this is the choice of a cutter that I'm using. Now, do you guys use those little round cutters? They are so perfect if you don't want to drill holes in your pendant. They really are. And they come in a variety of sizes, and they are super duper inexpensive. I really, really love them. Alright, so now I'm starting to play, and I'm not sure if any of it is going to add to the pendant or not. Well, some of it will. So I'm using silky screens, and I've used the silk screens before. I'm going to just, this one is with feathers, so it's like I wasn't sure if it really would do anything to the pendant or not, but I figured I'll just give it a try. Now, a trick with using the silk screens, you don't want to use too much paint. You just use little, and it goes a long way. And I continued doing it to the rest. Actually, I did to the entire piece. I added the silk screen to the entire piece in black, and now I let it dry, and now I'm putting it back on, and I'm adding the gold mica powder on top. And I really seriously don't know if it does anything to the pendant. I think that the pendant probably would have been just fine without this part. So I'm doing all those additional parts, adding, the glitter and this mica powder. I know that the stamps you can really see, but the rest, I'm really not sure about it. Okay, so there you have it. I have a layer of silk screen in black, and then some mica powder with silk screen. Now everything is nice and dry and ready to cut, and there you have it. I'm just chopping away, and this one is actually the one that reminds me most of the Inca art. Well, actually, I take that back. I think in the other piece as well, before I even added the paint, there were a couple of pieces that reminded me of Aztec art. And there you have it. These guys are going in the oven, and I'm gonna show you guys how they turn out when they came out. Okay, so they go from this without the resin to this with the resin, and look at that. The colors are so beautiful, and like I said, I mean, do all the steps really matter that I took? I guess they must, because it's just such a beautiful, beautiful pendant. And it was kind of fun to take out, acrylic paints and the silk screens and my gilding flakes. I mean, it was just fun to use things that I have on hand, and sometimes I just forget about them. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Hopefully it inspires you guys to take out those crafting tools that you have hiding in your drawers and start using them. Well, my friends, with that being said, till next time. Ta-ta!